Good afternoon. How are you doing?
Very good afternoon, sir. I'm doing very well. How about you, sir?
I am also as fit as a fiddle. So this is Bablu Kisku. I hail from Hooghly, West Bengal. As far as my qualification is concerned, I have completed masters in English literature. If I talk about my interest, I love to play cricket, football, and having conversation with different kinds of people. And right now, by profession, I am a school teacher. So that's all about me. And thank you for asking. Now
Okay.
it's your
Nice
turn.
introduction. Okay, now
Yes.
it's my turn to introduce myself. So my name is Ritik. I'm originally from Bihar, but currently living in Delhi. As far as my educational background is concerned, I'm graduate from Tilka Manjhi Bharpur University, Bihar. When it comes to my hobbies, so my hobbies are listening to music, singing songs, reading books, and nowadays my new hobby is talking to lovely person like you, sir. And if you talk, what is my bread and butter? So I run my offline institute in Delhi. The name of my offline institute is Mardarshan, and I also have a YouTube channel. The name of my YouTube channel is Mardarshan 808, where nowadays I upload this type of conversational video. So this is pretty much about me.
Okay, tell me something about about your speaking journey. When did you start your speaking journey, and why do you think that you have to learn this language? Tell me something about it.
Yeah, definitely, sir. Uh, Actually, I'm basically a teacher of mathematics, or I have been teaching mathematics for the last 10 years. But after Corona, you know very much, all the institutes are closed. And when I reopened my institute after Corona time, then I started teaching academic students like uh, from first to 12th. So during this period, I also started teaching spoken English for the school going students. And when I taught them, they are very excited and they told me, sir, you are also teaching English very well. So by their reference, many students also joined my spoken English institute. So for the teaching purpose, I started spoken English in my institute. And if you talk about how did I start my conversation, so one day I was watching videos on YouTube and I saw a conversational video. And that time I thought how they are making conversational video. I also have to make this type of conversational video. And that time you didn't believe I didn't know about Skype. There is any this type of app where we can talk freely. And I search on YouTube. Then I know how should I use Skype. And for the last 3 to 4 months, I also start conversation with different people. So in this way, I start my spoken journey.
Okay, okay, that's a nice job. Okay.
Okay, okay. Yes, it's nice way to improve your communication. So, sir, nowadays, what do you do to improve your communication skill?
Mainly, I just whenever I get free time, because you know that I have said I am also a teacher, so I don't get so much time. So that's why whenever I get free time, at that time I jump into try to speak English, try to practice English with any co-learners from this Skype group. And if I don't any partner, so I just try to speak with myself. Self practicing method I'm applying, and apart from that I also try to do shadowing practice. So you know that shadowing practice is also very beneficial.
Practice is very beneficial for the learners
Yes,
because
yes.
when we do shadowing practice, we learned many mistakes where we are doing mistakes, okay,
Yes.
where we need to improve. And
Also focus on our accent, pronunciation, something like that. So it's a very good and very beneficial for every learners, I would say. And
yes,
these
sir,
days,
because so we have to record ourselves and we have to watch ourselves.
yes, yes. After recording my videos, also I just get a chance to rectify my mistake. Why I make mistakes. Though I am a teacher in English, but in terms of speaking, I am not considering myself as a very good speaker. So that's why whenever I try to speak, or maybe right now I am having a conversation with you. Sometimes I also make mistakes, but I know that it happens. It's our or in our initial stage of learning, so it happens with everyone, not only for case of me. So I know gradually I am also improving myself, and day by day I am also improving. So it's that's how it's going on also.
Yes, every learner makes mistakes
Yes.
at the start period. I also made mistakes many times, and when I saw my video myself, then I realized I have spoken this sentence wrongly. So I also try to rectify my errors or mistakes.
So we don't too much focus on grammar at the initial stage, because it's not our mother tongue; it's our second language. So most of the time of the learner, so we don't have proper English speaking environment. So that's why we are not accustomed to learning or to speaking or listening this language. So that these are the reasons for making mistakes. And at the initial stage every learner make mistake, even being a teacher nowadays. Sometimes you can say maybe I make mistakes, but the amount of mistakes is not notified. Even if many teachers, even many learners cannot spot these mistakes. So but my task is always to rectify myself. Okay.
Okay, that is good, sir.
Yes. So tell me, so you said that you are running a coaching center. The name of Mark Darshan also. So how long have you been teaching in this institute?
Okay, so this is my institute, and I have been teaching in this institute for the last 12 years.
Oh my God. So you have a lot of experience also. You have a lot of
Yes,
experience.
I have been a teacher of mathematics, not, but I started teaching English only last 3 to 4 months.
Okay, okay.
That's why nowadays I'm passionate about this language.
Okay, so as you are teaching spoken English also, it's a very good thing, and very inspiration many learners, for many learner also. So could you please tell me if any learners who comes from very zero background, who doesn't have any basic knowledge of English grammar, so at that time what kind of techniques or what method do you apply for teaching him?
Yes, sir. In my institute, basic students also come, and advanced speaker also came to my institute. So when any basic learner came to in my institute, so I clear them their basics first. Like I start from the very basic speak, very basic spoken structure, and I have made some notes that is very helpful for my students. Okay, because when any beginners come, I from the first day I gave them tasks. Okay, I have a sheet. I gave them, and like from the very basic, what's your name? What's your favorite color? Okay, what's your favorite food? This type of basic sentence I ask from them, and and in front of the class, all the students ask this type of basic question for from the first day. Then I teach them my about myself, my daily routine. So I have made this type of step by step process to learn English. And this is speaking task. And for the grammar, I start from use of HMR, was, were, shall be, will be, tenses, modals. So I teach them, which basic is not clear. So I have a step by step process to learn English. And time to time, I rectify his or her mistake, and I also give them, okay, you have to talk about your presentation. We also provide in the class group discussion, like small topics, my family, importance of time, private school versus government school in the debate topic. So this type of activity we provide in my classes. And whenever they got any mistake, okay, I told him or her, oh, you are doing this type of mistake, and You have to speak like that. And whenever any basic student come, I also train them. And I first I try to I speak in front of the class, okay, and try to convince them you have to speak like okay this way, because English is not our language. English is not our mother tongue. So every language has its own way of speaking. We can't
Yes.
speak English like Hindi. So its own way of speaking. So I tell them, okay, you have to introduce like this. So this is my way to teach English.
Okay. Okay.
And I also upload this type of uh, whatever I teach with my students. Sometimes I also upload some videos with my students. Like his or her speaking presentation, I also uploaded on my YouTube channel.
Okay. Okay. So after this conversation, you just send me the link of your YouTube channel so that I can watch the
Yes,
videos and I subscribe
sir.
the channel also.
Yes, sir. Watch my video and also suggest me where should I more, or where should I need more improvement, because we
I,
all are learners.
yes, I am also learner. I am also beginner. I don't consider myself to be a trainer or expert. I am also just try to improve myself.
Yes,
So
yes.
you have just started your spoken class also. So in near future, what's your aim or goal to, or what do you want to do in?
Nowadays, I am also getting so many offers because I also uploaded. So so as I told sir, I upload this type of conversation video. So from the Facebook, uh, many okay, many institute, they are very famous in the field of spoken English. They called me, sir, came to I have to talk to you, sir. I am offer you, please teach spoken English in my institute in a big. And they are also providing me online classes, sir. You take offline classes also and online classes also if you are interested. So I'm planning to do something big in this field.
Okay, okay. So that's a very great thing. You are having offer from many institutes.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
You like traveling?
Yes, sir. I like traveling. Whenever I got chance, okay, I go for traveling. Sometimes, mostly I go for traveling with my students by traveling.
Okay, so have you ever been to West Bengal? As I live in West Bengal.
Yes, sir. I have been to West Bengal, but not for the traveling purpose. I have been there for the exam purpose. They are uh, I had my exam. That's why I went there with my uncle. But for the traveling purpose, I didn't go. But that time I didn't more remember. But I went I Victoria places. There is a place there in Victoria place, like in Kolkata. I have visited there. But I think it was 10 years ago. I don't have more idea.
Okay, so please, I'd like to ask you one thing also. Do you think that English speaking and communication skill is the same thing, or is there any difference between speaking English or communication skill?
Communication, in the communication, I think we have to speaking only just we have to speak. But in my point of view, communication is two-way. Suppose and communication, we can do communication by the many methods. By speaking, okay, by indicating also. Suppose we want to say something, we can also say by indication. If they are getting, this is also communication. There are oral communication and other communication. So communication is the process, I think, in which whatever I am saying, you are getting. So I think this is the communication because clarity is more important. If I am saying and you are not getting, so this is not communication. So genuine communication is very important.
Yes, you are totally absolutely right. I would also add something in this regard. So communication is totally different from English speaking because it here language doesn't matter in terms of communication, because in communication what we need, we just we need to convey our thoughts, we need to convey our ideas to opposite partner, maybe in crowd, in front of crowd. So we should have the confidence to face some people. We should just somehow we should have confidence. We should have proper body language. Okay, so here the language doesn't matter. So be it English or whatever else. But somehow right now I think that nowadays, as English is a global language, so we must have learned this language. Everyone should learn this language, because if we learn this language, it gives so much confidence in you. Okay, apart from other language, because English is such language, is a very vast and very sweet and beautiful language. If you have command over this language, so definitely it will give a very good confidence in you, by which you can face many people. You can interact all over the country, and you can say that the whole world is at your finger, in your fist. Okay.
Yes,
So this is my thought, personal thought.
yes, sir. English has become a great importance for every person, not only for the people. Nowadays, sir, every parent wants to enroll their children into private school. And we know very well, sir, in private school, all the subjects are taught in English, except Hindi or Sanskrit. So for the student, it is also necessary to learn English for their academics also, because they have to write all the things in English. So for the student, it's very necessary. And those who are going for the interview, they also need English. And those who wants to get promotion, they also need English. So nowadays, English is very important for each and every person. So
And yes,
and
and you must have observed that most of the guardians are sending their children to English medium school. So, what are the reasons for sending their children to English medium school?
because nowadays, sir, we know that if you want to good opportunity, if you want to good job, so you must know English. Because suppose you are preparing for the SSC examination, or you want to be you want to perform your higher education, like you want to be a judge, you want to do any good material. So all the good materials are available in English. If your English is not well, so you can't do that much better. And every parents nowadays wants to make their children bright, make their child future bright. So English is very important for the academics, for the bright future. And those who are doing private jobs, they also need English, because all the interviewer ask all the questions in English and they check your confidence. If you go in defense like NDA, CDS, there is a great uh, group discussion only in English. They check your personality, how your communication skills. So each and everywhere, English is very important. That's why every parents wants their children enroll in private school, and they want their children to learn English.
And I think that for it's not enough for the guardians to get their children admitted in English medium school, because most of the guardians don't have the such type of knowledge of English, and also they don't have English speaking environment. So in this regard, they also should learn this language, so that they can teach their children very properly, so that they can give their children English speaking environment. Because you know that most of the cases where the children, they go to school, English medium school, and at the in school also they get environment, but after returning home they don't have such types of environment. They at that time they get detached from those types of environment. So at that time, they lack these kinds of. They don't get such types of environment, because the parents also don't know about this language. They don't have basic knowledge. So in this regard, the parents and the guardians also should learn this language properly.
It's a parents should also learn English, but nowadays, sir, for the every parent it is not necessary to learn English because uh, being a parent they have a lot of responsibility. So only learning English is not important because they have to okay many responsibility. They have to pay the uh, fees
Yes.
of children. They have to maintain whole family. They have all the responsibility. So it doesn't matter nowadays. Their parents are okay know English or not because nowadays in my institute many students come. Their parents are not okay. They are not educated even and they don't know how to speak English. Their parents told me, sir, okay, you have to teach my students English because I didn't learn. I didn't get this type of opportunity when I was child, when I was studying. But now I want my children should learn English. So, sir, please teach my children English. So, sir, I think uh, they those parents who have time and they want to enhance their communication skill, they want to learn it. They should learn because nowadays our parents have lots of responsibility. Not only learning English, it's the only language. They don't know English, it doesn't matter.
Absolutely, absolutely. But I want to say that if they get time and if they not get don't get time, also you can consider that because most of the guardians have their own duty, have their own tasks in their own field. So that's why they don't get too much time. Also, I can understand also. But if you want to learn something, if you want to do something, any good job, you must have passion. You should be you should have in patience, you should have patience for learning this language.
Necessary, but those parents who don't have time, but they need to okay provide their children only good environment. They can provide it in this is also provide in their school, and many parents also after the schooling they send their children to private institute for the only for the spoken English. In my institute, two types of students come. One for the academic classes, like he or she has to teach all the subjects like mathematics, science, SST. And second type of students come only for the speaking class. In, since I am living in Delhi, so many students come like they are studying in class 7, class 6, class 8. Their parent told me, sir, you have to teach him or her only English. They come only for the spoken English classes. So nowadays, parents are very conscious to learn their children English.
Okay, so do you teach only spoken English or any do you prepare the students for any competitive exam?
I teach competitive exam students also, like those who are preparing for SSC, banking, railway, and I teach 9th, 10th class students also math or science and all the subjects. And in extra time, I teach spoken English institute, spoken English student.
Okay, okay, sir.
Nice conversation with you, sir.
Yes, yes, it was very nice and fruitful conversation, I would say, and thank you very much for giving me your precious time. And
Same here,
also,
sir.